Hey friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Leslie. For those who don't know me, I am the owner of Leslie's Fashion Boutique on Poshmark. That's the only platform I am actively selling on. I do have some things on Macari, but I haven't been putting in the work. And so that's basically where I'm going to lead in with this video. It's laid back, it's nothing scripted. I'm trying to be as laid back as possible. You can also follow me on Instagram at A Reseller's Passion. I have a whole lot of IGTV videos. They just seem a little bit easier for me because they're only 10 minutes and I don't have to do any editing or anything like that. There's such a competition with YouTube that it just becomes a little bit overwhelming for me because I don't want to edit. So hopefully if you're here just for the content that I have to give you. And a lot of times I'm not really getting into a whole lot. You probably won't see a lot of haul videos. I offer more encouragement and I do offer Poshmark tips. If you want a lot of tips, you can visit me on my podcast. It's called A Reseller's Passion and it's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's on Google, it's on Anchor, and many more places. Okay. So you can go to my About section and click, and it'll have all my sites there. But today I just want to just offer some encouragement. A little encouragement and a little wisdom and a little information. If you're not making sales, then something's wrong. And it doesn't matter what platform you're on. I sold on eBay for a very long time. So I'm familiar with eBay. I'm familiar with Macari. And I used to sell on Vinted. And I sell primarily on Poshmark. But for the most part, they're all the same. Poshmark is different because of the social aspect of it, but you still have to put in work. Okay, so if you're continually saying you're not making sales, there has to be a reason why. You have to look in within yourself. What are you not doing to make sales? Okay, so the first thing I would suggest you do is you take a look at your shop from a buyer's perspective. And the other thing you could possibly do is have some of your friends, people look at your site and just tell them to tell you the truth. Maybe some of if you have a community that you belong to, a Facebook group or something like that, don't be afraid to get your feelings hurt. What you need is some real talk, some real truth about your closet, your shop, your store, wherever you sell. Because if you're not making sales, there's a reason. There's plenty of room and opportunity for everyone to make sales. There's no reason why you shouldn't. So if you could possibly look at your closet yourself and be honest with yourself from the perspective of maybe a buyer, like what if you clicked on that and you were going to shop, right? If you went to your closet, to your eBay store, to your Macari store, to your Vinted, and you wanted to make a purchase from that closet, that shop, that Vinted, eBay, or whatever, what is it that you would be looking for? Okay, now I'll tell you what I would be looking for. The first thing I would be looking for more than anything else are the photos clear? Can I tell from looking first at the first photo what your item is? Okay, I'm not really big on stock photos. A lot of people do have stock photos. To me, a stock photo, it takes away from a person's shop. It's up to you. Don't get upset with me because I do offer just like real talk. But I put so much work into my closet that sometimes it does bother me when I see stock photos because I take photos myself on my mannequin, on my wall, however I choose. And then I go to somebody else's closet or their shop or whatever. And the first thing you see is a stock photo. Okay. Honestly, that doesn't really tell me what the item is. It tells me what the item is on the professional store website, but it doesn't show me what the item is on your closet. So if you're using stock photos, that's fine. You may make a lot of sales from that. But so let's talk about the person who takes their own photos. What is the photo representative in your closet? What will a person see? Will they see yellowed tint? Will they see your item on the floor? It's okay on the floor if it's a nice hardwood, or you have like a nice little rug or a drop cloth or something like that that's neat. Are they seeing your item on a bed with wrinkly sheets? The covers rolled back and you just have your item there. Is your item on a door dark, wrinkly itself? Okay. Are you taking all angles? Everything. Some people take the tag. But like, are you taking the sleeve, the back, a good photo of the front? When I take photos, I take two different types. If it's a top, especially like a close fitting top, I'll stick that on the mannequin. I'll do front, side, back, but then I also take wall photos. So, like, say for instance, we're using, let's just say for instance, eBay. eBay, I believe, is 12 photos. I haven't sold on there for a while, since December 2018. I believe it's 12. So, you want to take the most optimal photos that you can to fit in those 12 slots. Plenty. Poshmark, 8 slots. I believe Macari, 8 slots. So you have every opportunity to show everything that you can. Okay, and really the last thing you should be trying to take photos of is the tag. So if it's a pair of pants, you want to take every photo that you can fit into those 12 or 8 categories. Okay, you want to use natural light. Don't worry about getting a lighting kit if you don't have a lighting kit. Okay, everybody's running out to get lighting kits and stuff like that. Don't buy anything until you make some money. So use natural light. You can also buy daylight bulbs. They sell them. People on my team, they buy them from Walmart, and I know Home Depot. And I'm pretty sure Target probably has them. But they look like regular light bulbs, but they're called like daylight bulbs. So go do your research. And because someone in my team, they take photos in their bathroom, so they took out all the vanity lights, because when you turn on the vanity lights, they look bright, but when you take your photos, it was like a yellowish tint. But she changed all of them and put daylight bulbs, and it was just bright like being in a studio. And that's all she uses. She has a nice big bathroom, and she does like flat lays and stuff on like a I think it's like a fur rug or something like that. So your photos have to be awesome. Okay. The second thing is, do you have searchable titles? Okay. If someone types in and goes into Google and starts typing in what they think they're looking for, will they find you? So check your titles, brand first, and then the rest of the information. Do you have a descriptive description? Okay, everything in your description, not just like cute top, because you're going, why should I put all that in there? Everything is already filled in when I go in to fill all the categories in. Well, I say get descriptive. Let's go back to the pants. You want to make sure the waist, the inseam, the rise. Some people take the whole length. You want to include, like, if it has pockets, you want to include any type of if there's any holes, or you want to make sure if the jeans are distressed, you can also indicate if they're factory distressed or if they're custom distressed, because people, once they get them, they'll see that you've probably made those jeans yourself, because the factory does it a little bit different. You want to just get as much information. Flaws are very important. Like if it has like a tiny hole and you can sell it, or a tiny rip or something like that. When I edit my photos, I put a circle around that particular flaw, and then I add it to the photo. So you can do that right on your editing app. Okay. So great description. Really important. How about your price? Is it too high? Is it too low? Okay. Your price could be too low because the person thinks that it could be something wrong. That's the first thing that people think. It's something wrong with it, because not every seller is interested in making a lot of money. So once you become a professional seller, whether you work outside the home, or if you're part-time, or you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're a hobbyist, you are still making income. So now you're a professional reseller. But some people aren't interested in making it into a business. They just want to make a little bit of extra money, not realizing that they are actually a business, but they just want to make a little bit of extra money. So their prices aren't going to be high. They may only have some items across the board, $5. How they're making money, it's up to them. Okay. So, but if someone goes to their closet and they see, you know, some jeans for $5, they're going to question that. So you have to have a middle ground. Check comps, figure out what you paid for the item, and decide what you want to charge for it. Okay. Still make it comparable so that people will come and shop. Now, if you Don't put a lot of, if you don't spend a lot of money, then it's easy for you to say, okay, I'm only going to charge $20 for all my jeans. Some people may still be looking for 60, 70, $80 for a pair of jeans. That's up to them. But the question to ask yourself, which I ask myself all the time, am I going to push this product? Because the key is, yes, you want to have some products, really good items in your store, but the key is also for your items to sell, right? Aren't you in this to make money? I know I am. I want my inventory to move as quickly as possible. So I buy low. I shop mainly at the outlet. Not everyone has that opportunity. So I can only speak from what works for me. But even if I don't shop at the outlet, I only go to the store and sell days. So just figure out a middle ground for your prices, because I rather get rid of five $20 items in a week than wait for $100 pair of jeans to sell in 2 months. Okay, so you just make the decision about what works for you. A lot of times it can be prices. Now, mind you, it's a lot of closets who are really in stores who are really pushing product out, and they could be doing some serious advertising. They could be really great here right on YouTube, and then their customer follows them to Instagram, and then that relates into sales on their platform. But for the regular everyday person who doesn't have a big following and they just want to make some money, decisions have to be made about your store, the aesthetic of it all, your prices, and then you also have to put in the work. You have to list. Poshmark, you have to share and follow and be very active. But just pretend that your store is like an animal. You have to constantly feed it and tend to it in order for it to grow. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of, jump in there and say that if you are not making sales, it has something to do with you. It has nothing to do with the platform. It has nothing to do with the summer slowdown. It has nothing to do with someone else, doing something better than you. You have to look within yourself. You have to be honest with yourself and start making changes. And I can tell you that's what I've done. I'm right now working on my Poshmark closet, and I'm literally getting rid of at least 50% of my inventory. So every day what I've been doing is, before I get rid of my inventory, I'm putting things on sale. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting everything, and not on sale, I'm dropping prices. I'm just slashing my prices because I want to get rid of inventory. I'd rather get rid of it and make a little bit of money, even if it was only like $5 on something, instead of sending it back into what I call the recycle system. Okay. I'd rather do that. So I am lowering all my prices, not on everything. The things that I'm keeping, I'm going to be relisting and working the prices. But the things that I'm getting rid of that I want to go, I'm lowering my prices. And if I don't get rid of those items by the last day of July, then I'll be getting rid of them. And some of the things I'll be donating to organizations. So if you haven't thought about that, do that, okay? Instead of just sending it back to the thrift store or wherever you donate your items, okay? Find some organizations that give clothes to students. School is about to start. Some organizations for women who are entering the workplace or even have some challenges themselves, okay? Who are single moms, maybe raising their children. Men's clothes, give them to some men's organizations. So just really think about that before you recycle them back into this system. But I just wanted to kind of like, hopefully I encourage you to just really look within yourself and find out what the problem is. It doesn't take long. Tweak your mind, take your personal feelings out of it, and get to work. Take care.